And now if I go here and hide that and bring this up. Let's see. There's nothing else showing up. Oh, here we go. There we are. And alright. Let's go back to the chili room. And get that. Okay. Hi everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, what we have here is Maryland deck, Maryland the Morn Song. And oh sorry, first start at the start. Let's get one thing going here, which is thank you Dark Snake NM for chasing me to China. We get it all over the place when we do these. I have it in it's like it's here, it's here, it's here. I have it loaded up everywhere. That double, though there was a triple. Okay, so I made a Maryland of the Morn Song deck based around the card Opposition Agent. And if you don't know what Opposition Agent is, it's right over here, and it's essentially a rogue that says it has flash, and if the opponent you control the opponent whenever they're searching their libraries, and you exile whatever it is that they find, and you get to play it and cast it as if it's been of any color, regardless of what happens to Opposition Agent. It's not an ETB, it just happens. So once he's out, or once she's out, you can't. People just stop searching. So you have to force a search, and that's where Maryland comes in. Maryland says players can't draw cards, and at the beginning of each player's draw step, they lose 3 life and search their library. They don't may, it's not a may, they search their library for a card and put it into their hand and shuffle their library. Okay? So, there's another card in the deck that does something that does a force search, which is Field of Ruin. Ghost Quarter is a may, so it doesn't count. Alright. Now, because Marilyn is our commander, I have very few cards that actually say draw a card in the deck. So, like Sensei Divining Top says draw a card. A lot of things say either search or look. There's a lot of looking at revealing the top card and putting it into your hand. So there's a lot of looking on upkeep instead. So there's a lot of that to be happening. So I built the deck, and I had to make a lot of choices. I think I was at like 260 something cards when I first just loaded everything on here, and then I started trying to decide what the goal was. So I had a core of things I wanted to do. I wanted to have a deck that could get rid of creatures regardless of whether they were indestructible or not. So I have Hakan, which I think I accidentally got rid of an easy way to put him in the graveyard. A few easy ways to put him in the graveyard, but because you can only play him from the graveyard, but that's fine. It does. I don't care too much about that. But I have Hakan and Nameless Inversion, and I have Liliana Untouched by Death. So what Hakan and Liliana Untouched by Death both do is it lets me play Nameless Inversion from my graveyard as many times as I want. Liliana only when she does her ult, and Hakan just as long as he's on the battlefield. And it lets me essentially -3 enemies until they die. So you just cast it a few times, and all of a sudden a bunch of monsters die. a lot of the deck is similar to that. Toxic Deluge. What's the other ones? Torment of Hailfire, Death Cloud, Black Sun Zenith. So it's like if I'm getting rid of you, Tragic Slip. If I'm getting rid of you, it's because you're ceasing to exist. You know, Eat to Extinction, Defile, Deadly Rollick, things like that. Now there's a few combos in the deck. One of them is the Sensei's Divining Top, Aetherflux Reservoir. Where is Bolus's Citadel here? Should be with the artifacts, but it's not. Visual spoiler is confusing me right now. There it is, Bolus's Citadel. It's down here for some reason. Oh, Legendary. There we go. Okay. So, and Bolus's Citadel. So I have that combo. And then the other combo I have is actually, where is it? Ad Nauseam. And, where's the sorcery? Sickening Dreams. And, Glacial. Where's Glacial? And Glacial Chasm. So Glacial Chasm. So what I do is I add Nauseam at the end of the person's turn. I draw a bunch of cards, and then and hopefully draw into Sickening Dreams. And then Glacial Chasm. Play the Glacial Chasm, and then I can Sickening Dreams. And hopefully I hit something else that lets me also like recover my mana. But Sickening Dreams, since it deals damage to each creature and each player, Glacial Chasm protects me, and so I'm able to do it and have like a turn of not getting hurt while I get like a Grey Merchant of Asphodel, or an Exsanguinate, or something like that. So there's a lot of fast mana, a lot of trying to just get things out fast. So the idea is I want to be able to go like whoop and do something really big, really fast. And it's a very focused deck on that. Other kills include other cool things I have is King Makar the Gold Curse. Every time he's untapped, you exile a creature. You may exile a creature. And I have Koskan Falls, which is during your upkeep, you tap target untapped creature you control, or you bury it. And it's essentially it's like a black propaganda, or a black ghostly prison. And so Koskan Falls lets me tap King Makar without having to like attack with him. I could have also gotten like an Honor-Worn Shaco as a second one, but I was already having trouble finding spots for things, and I was like, Honor-Worn Shaco is not a good enough thing. Like I'd replace like a Mox Diamond with it until you know, as a cheaper way of doing it. But this is the second win condition while having Marilyn out is a very expensive card, which is, where is he? Obnixilis Unshackled. So every time the opponent searches for a card, they sacrifice a creature and lose 10 life. So it's just a big ol' fat doo-doo head for the enemies. And yeah, that's the deck. It's not very competitive. This is not like a strong deck. This isn't the strongest version of the deck. I think if I was gonna go for a stronger version, I would have gone with more, um, with a more of a sacrifice thing, because having Hakan out, I would have gone more with like Sir Conrad and having a lot of loops and things like that. But yeah, so I'm waiting for my friends to come online, but I wanted to do a deck tech, so uh, the we're also testing out Jeweled Lotus because it gives you exactly 3 mana to cast Marilyn out. So it's like a really fast, like you can get things out really fast. Like you can get her out and kind of like just do something really quick. Um, so if you start off, let's say, with a Swamp Soul Ring, and you have Jewel Lotus in your hand, and you have Opposition Agent in your hand, you can essentially go, okay, well, turn 2, I'll be able to just play the Jewel Lotus, um, get out Marilyn, and get Opposition Agent out. I'll have more than enough mana, so all I need is that. Another thing you can do is if you have a land, um, a Cabal Ritual, no, land, a Dark Ritual, you can use one of the mana, uh, and of course so Jeweled Lotus takes care of Marlin, right? But if you have land, Dark Ritual, and Soul Ring, what you do is you go Swamp, Dark Ritual, use one of the Dark Rituals to put out a Soul Ring, and then um, you can tap Soul Ring. That'll give you, you'll have 4 mana, and then use Jeweled Lotus to cast your commander, and you can then cast Opposition Agent. So all you need is 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 cards, and you can have essentially a lockout on turn 1. Um, so there's if you're going second or not going first, you have Gemstone's Cavern, a Mox Diamond, 2 lands. So it's like, so if you have 4 lands there, right? So that's 4 cards in hand. A Jeweled Lotus, that's 5 cards. Um, and then all you'll need now is a Soul Ring and Opposition Agent. So it's a perfect 7-card hand. But it's an alternative, right? Like it's a different way of doing it. You can also get other fast kind of starts. I specifically don't have like more fast starts just because I wanted to add a few other like fun combos that I wanted to test out, like sort of parents. You can pay 3 to tap or untap equipped creature, and you have Magus of the Coffers, um, which is so you add a bunch of mana and then untap it, so you have like you have near infinite mana with that 2-card combo. But I think it's cool because you can, if you have enough mana, you can also use it with King Makar to um, like exile a creature. Like if you have 6 mana, you can like tap and untap them and just exile a creature. I mean, it's just something you have, right? Um, he, so so there's at least 2 cards that it kind of works with. There's just some solid ETB stuff like Direfleet Ravager, and Grey Merchant of Asphodel. Have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, like 5 cards that hit planeswalkers. I have both Dark Confidant and where's the where's that enchantment at? Let's see. Enchantment, where are you? Enchantment, you're only a day away. Oh, it should be like towards the middle here, right? Sorcery. Here we go. And it's enchant the world. Creatures. Is it up here? Am I somehow missing it? Okay, so here's all the lands. Here's the artifacts. Here it is. Dark Tutelage. Oh my goodness. Dark Tutelage is essentially Dark Confidant, and it's a Dark Confidant enchantment. So, yeah. Now, oh hey, now this isn't, hey Doc, sorry. This is not CEDH. This is regular EDH. Sorry for the delay. I was looking at everything and I didn't see you enter. But yeah, so we're testing out Opposition Agent. I'm waiting for friends to show up to play, and once they're here and we're playing, everything will be coolie. Where are they? So going on though, we have, let's see, we have just some powerful cards like Erebos, to stop them from gaining life. And on the theme of what Opposition Agent does, I got a Gonti and everything else. Like, let's see, at the beginning of your upkeep, if you have City's Blessing, reveal the top card of your library and put it into your hand. Each opponent loses X life and you gain X life or X of the card's converted mana cost. So it's like it's like a way better Dark Confidant. So there's like there's just like extra mana, putting cards into hand instead of drawing, and exiling or making people sacrifice things. And that's like most of the deck is just that. Like, it's just removal, putting things into hand, and extra mana. Even the planeswalkers I have, like Liliana Dark Realms, search your library for a swamp card and put it into your hand. Kill creatures, and then emblem, your mana is super powerful. The Liliana Untouched by Death lets you replay the zombies. Oh, this is the only one that's like very combo specific. And then Sorin is you control target player during that player's next turn, which is very similar to Opposition Agent. I was thinking of putting Mindslaver in here, but I didn't really have a lot of ways to recur it. And Emrakul the Promised End. But again, not a lot of ways to recur that either. Let's see. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask while I'm still showing off the deck. Scroll Rack was also very important because Scroll Rack does not draw cards, so it gets around Maryland. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the only card that really draws me cards is Castle Lochthwain and Sensei's Divining Top, Staff of Domination, And I think that's it. Like almost everything else is either already a tutor, or puts cards into your hand. And that was like most of the conditions that I had for anything that I did. Vampiric Tutor is almost a non-bow because it doesn't let you, um, doesn't put it into your hand, but uh, you can use it with Bolus' Citadel, so that's okay. And the Bolus' Citadel Aetherflux, since he's Divining Top Wind, still works with Marilyn out because all you do is you tap Sensei's Divining Top, put it on top. You don't get to draw anything though, so you just put it on top and then you cast it again, and you just keep getting cast triggers off of Aetherflux Reservoir, even without it, even without having to draw cards, because you get to just keep infinitely casting. Let's see here. All right. And I need to see. I already have it. I just, there it is. Let's choose this one. And the voice switch it. This one. Okay. And go to Streamlabs OBS. And see if I do another one. Add browser source, idle source, add a new source. Add source. Paste that. And okay. Then go here. Can't see anything. Alright, I am in. So there I am. Okay, cool. It's showing me. Cool. Let's put this big. And alright, so hopefully when my friends show up, it'll show them having joined and everything will be better. Alright, okay, put the chat overlay back up. Alright, so, hide that for a moment. Go to details. Alright, so here's more information on the deck. We have kind of a steep drop off on the bell curve. I'll be honest with you, for an ad nauseam deck, the number, this number over here on the right is really freaking high. So if you're really running that ad nauseam deck, I think this should be way lower. But you know, just trying different things. 100% black, half spells, very few creatures. I had more creatures before, but really wanted to try out the ad nauseum combo thing, so like I said, have a whole probabilities thing, which is better not in EDH because it's singleton. There's also the starting hand, so you can kind of like get an idea of what some of your starting hands might look like, which I think is very helpful. The website I'm using, by the way, is DeckStats. It's my personal favorite. So here is the deck list. I will post a link. Let's see if I can share, copy. Go ahead and post the link in the chat. Boom. For anybody who wants to check it out. All right. And I have not done a deck thing for a while, so just I'm not used to doing like I don't know. I always feel like I always get I don't know if people understand why. Like I'm bad at explaining why I made certain choices. I just thought that certain things would be fun, and that's why I did it. And I have certain types of cards that I look for that I prefer. I have I'm really bad at monocolor decks as well, so we'll see.